All right, we're here with Nathan. Nathan, you're a financial trader, and also you told me you have an interest in the city and municipal departments like police. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I actually was in the military for a long time, and I kind of probably like most white kids who grew up in the suburbs had like a pretty solid respect for police and authority and whatnot. And after I got out of the military, I kept having increasingly hostile encounters with different police, just going about my business. Not doing anything crazy, just going from place to place, driving around, traveling. And it kind of turned me on to a movement called cop blocking or cop watching, which is citizens just going out and kind of holding police accountable for following the laws that they purport to enforce.
Well, how did you go about doing that? So you'll go outside with a camera, or you document it?
Yeah, so kind of the first thing is if you have any interactions with the police, you definitely want to get that on camera, because a lot of times police will embellish or outright lie in their reports of incidents. So if you have the incident recorded on your camera, that's a indelible witness that is gonna give you a clear record of events. And a lot of times, when there's adrenaline or you're in a high stress situation, you might not have just human natures. You might not remember exactly when, you talk to three different people who went through an incident, and they're going to have three different sides of the story. So if you have that recorded, you're protected against any false accusations. And then also if the police go past their legal limit, which they frequently do, a lot of times they act kind of like bullies and will kind of coerce people into moving past their legal authority. And if you have that on camera, then you can follow up and you can hold them accountable. You can sue the police department, or you can publish on the internet, like we've seen a lot.
What are some of the things that you've seen police do while you watch them going about their everyday life on patrol?
Since I moved to New York, one of the things that I just noticed all the time is police parking in front of fire hydrants. So obviously, if I park in front of a fire hydrant, I'm going to get a $150 fine and possibly my car towed. And parking in front of fire hydrants there is a safety hazard there. If there's a fire, the police or the fire department needs to be able to access that to put out the fire. But if you go, so I just started going around the city and taking pictures of cops parked in front of fire hydrants, and I have hundreds and hundreds of these images. And they basically treat those spaces as their kind of personal reserved parking slots. And then after I started doing that for a while, I started going and following them into Dunkin' Donuts, taking pictures of them waiting in the 30-minute line at Chipotle, watching them come out with their burritos or their Dunkin' Donuts.
The police go to Starbucks, or almost never?
No, they're really more Dunkin' Donuts connoisseurs. So that's one of the things. And then just anytime I have an interaction with police, I definitely try to record it, and I encourage other people to record it. If you've seen some of the videos of Eric Garner or some of these other people who've been shot unjustly by police, having an objective recording of that is really helpful in bringing attention to kind of the outrageous behaviors of police.
Has anyone contacted you to get more exposure for your videos, or are they mostly for yours and private use?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm not looking to be a celebrity or anything, but if people are interested in the topic, you should check out copblock.com. There's also a Facebook page, Copblock, that has over 1 million followers. Then there's Photography is Not a Crime. It's a good website.
Have you seen any positive things that police do in their free time? Do they go to try to help people, or?
No, not at all.
Not at all?
Really, if you see, you'll see a lot of times fire departments running in, saving people's pets, helping people after car accidents, those type of things. Kind of humanitarian, helpful things. What you see from cops normally is giving people parking tickets, basically just stealing money from people. And then I think the real problem is we expect that the police forces out there solving serious crime. So I think most people would consider, murder, rape, arson, theft, armed robbery. Those are the type of crimes that I really don't want to be happening in my area or my neighborhood. Unfortunately, those crimes are some of the most difficult to solve. It's much more difficult to go through DNA evidence and blood splatters and all this stuff and find an actual murderer than it is to run down Broadway Street and find someone who parked in the wrong spot because there's 14 different parking signs that say different things on them, charge them $150. So it's very easy to go after basically non-crime crimes, and it's also way more lucrative for them. So if you look at any major city that publishes statistics, you'll see that maybe a good city will solve like 30-40% of the murders that happen, but they're bringing in 100% revenue on parking tickets, marijuana. It's easy to chase down a black kid who's playing rap too loud in his parents' car and find some weed on him. It's much more difficult to go out and find someone who burnt down a building or who committed any actual crime that hurts people. And most police departments have opted with chasing the revenue producing crimes rather than actually solving the real crimes.
Anything you'd like to say closing out about this interest of yours?
I think if you have an interaction with police, most people aren't used to dealing with police. So just record it. Don't say anything to the cops. Anything you say, can and will be used against you. The police are not there to help you. They're there. If you're familiar with a Judeo-Christian background, the devil takes your sins in front of God. That's what the police do. They're looking for something to put you in jail or arrest you or fine you for. They're not there to help you. They're not there as your friends. They're out there trying to raise revenue and arrest people. So it's very important that people just really be careful when you're dealing with cops. Treat them, I use the analogy of a wild animal. You don't know if they're going to try to shoot you, they're going to try to arrest you, so you just have to be really careful when dealing with them.
Thank you.